1440 KVYN 99.3 The Vine. This is Kellie. It's Musical Monday, and we're going to talk about musicals. One in particular, Sweeney Todd at the Napa Valley College, and we have the director, Jennifer King, with us this morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. And we also have a couple of the actors. But before we get to the actors, my special guest this morning, Jennifer, tell me a little bit about the show and what's going on.
Well, Sweeney Todd is an absolute, what can I say? I'm calling it the Mount Everest of musicals. I have to say it is Stephen Sondheim, and some may argue, but I'm going to say it right now, at his very best. And under the music direction of Dr. E. Van Wilkes, we have the most extraordinary voices. And I heard the orchestra for the first time on Saturday. Extraordinary.
Wow.
And our design team, Nina Ball, who of the Bay Area, and Heather Basarab, who is our lighting designer, have created this incredible sort of steampunk world. If you think Hugo, you're going to see elements of that, because I just saw Hugo for the first time. I'm like, that's our set. But it's got this wonderfully imaginative ghost story-like feel to it, and that's the way we've approached Sweeney Todd, of being this ghost story that is highly, highly entertaining. And it couldn't be a better cast. It's very, very exciting.
Well, I know Suzi Gilbert, my friend. Good morning, and I know you have an incredible voice.
Thank you, Kellie. So do you.
Thank you. And Michael Bulatao. Good morning. I don't know if I've heard you sing before.
Hi, I don't think so.
No,
I'm not sure. Nice.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us about the parts that you're playing.
I'm playing Sweeney Todd.
Okay.
And
wow. We have the star right here. Yes, Sweeney Todd himself.
Yes.
And then what about you, Suzi? Who are you playing?
Mrs. Lovett.
So
and I should say something about Sweeney Todd itself. Because of the movie, many people may know it. You really haven't seen it until you've come to the play and had a live experience with really strong voices. And it really is about the story of a barber who's seeking revenge and decides to slit the throats of many an individual, and Mrs. Lovett, who then turns the body parts into meat pies. And that sounds probably really unappealing. However, the music is so funny. It really is tongue-in-cheek, and if you can just sort of get beyond that sort of very depressing storyline.
It's just the right kind of creepy, since everyone right now is into zombies and vampires and all Twilight and all that, so this is just fitting right in.
Absolutely, and there is a whole sort of zombie number. We have embraced zombies for all their worth in this, and really we are treating the entire ensemble as though they are ghosts.
Ooh.
Yes. So I'm going to give it over to Michael now.
All right, so, Michael, tell us a little bit about your background. Have you done plays, musicals before?
Yeah, I actually was in Stephen Sondheim's revival of Pacific Overtures on Broadway.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And that was with Roundabout Theater at Studio 54 in New York. And then,
how did you end up in Napa?
I flew.
So, I mean, you were brought in. Oh, are your arms tired?
Yeah. And my feathers.
Sorry, that's really old. I pulled that one out of the archives.
No, I'm actually in school here at the college
great.
for broadcast engineering.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're here to take my job. Or do you want to be on the air?
I'll be behind the scenes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could find a job for you.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I know
with
your
me.
dream was to work here.
Yeah.
So,
and I love the idea of you guys just singing everything you do.
Yeah. You would.
That's right.
We
could sing while we work.
We would, and whistle and everything. No, that would be great. So Michael, I'm sorry I cut you off. So you did this this Broadway show.
Yes. And then I also did Miss Saigon. I was on the national tour for 2.5 years. And then I went to school at AMDA, and which is American Musical and Dramatic Academy. And so, and so now I'm switching careers. But
wow, you really are.
And what was really interesting is I had met Michael. I just shared with him the story about 2 years ago when he came to audition for Man of La Mancha. Mm-hmm. And Michael's a young guy. He does look older on stage, but he's a young guy.
And all that.
And we were doing Man of La Mancha, and I look at his audition form, and I didn't know him very well, and he wrote on it, it says, what role do you want? It says Don Quixote, and it says, what other roles will you take? Nothing. And I literally went, I said, oh, really? Ha, ha, ha. We'll see about that. And I really had dismissed him at that point. Yeah. And as soon as he sang, and I said this on Clay's show, I said, can I listen to that voice the rest of my life? And you're all going to hear that in just a moment.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Well, he did. He would have been in the chorus, but he just didn't want you to know that.
Exactly, right? It was just playing a game,
Yeah, right.
see what she would say.
You just had to make her show her hand, right? Yeah. Well, we are so fortunate to have you here in our Napa Valley, Michael. That's really wonderful.
Thanks for
It's very
having us.
exciting. And Suzi, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, as you know, I've been in the Valley for decades, singing, doing a lot of jazz, Great American Songbook, some theater up at the White Barn. That's been my main focus.
Yeah.
Working, of course, with the great Mike Greensill.
Yes.
But this came up, Sweeney Todd, and I thought, wow, what a show. I mean, I've loved Sondheim, and Sweeney, of course, has the reputation for being, as Jennifer says, the Mount Everest.
Yeah.
And it really is, but it's worth the effort. It's just such a phenomenal piece.
So much fun.
And to get an opportunity to work with the caliber of Michael, oh my gosh.
That is
He's
really
so
exciting.
talented.
That
Oh my
is.
gosh. Nobody should miss it. They really shouldn't. And the folks that play Anthony and Joanna, the other two leads, are just the beggar woman. They're so strong. It's
Wow.
just been a thrill to perform with everybody. And under the direction of Jennifer and Evan, it's just a home run all the
Oh,
way.
my
It really
goodness.
is. So it's just been very exciting.
And in the new Performing Arts Center, right?
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
it's
beautiful.
gorgeous.
And it's in the main theater, and what we've done is, with the set itself, we've embraced the architecture of the theater. Many of your listeners may have already seen some productions in our main hall, but it is rather industrial looking. And so we have literally flown out all of the curtains. There is no masking. We used all of the walls of the theater are seen. All of backstage is seen. The fly space, everything.
Wow.
So it is sort of, it really allows us to embrace the theatricality while telling the story and to really show you what this theater is about. I mean, what's great about this production is this production will show what this space can do.
That is so exciting. When does it open?
It opened, we have a paid preview on Thursday, the 12th, and then I think it's absolutely fitting that we have an official opening on Friday the 13th.
Did you plan that?
And I should say that on Thursday, we have what's called a 4-pack, that if you bring 4 people, it's only $70 for the group, which is really,
yeah.
a nice, with these times, sort of a nice way to
Yeah.
experience this play and not killing the pocketbook.
Great. Oh, that's fun. Well, I hear we get to have a little preview this morning. I'm really excited about that. So tell us what we're going to hear.
We're going to be singing My Friends, and it's kind of a love story between Sweeney and his razors. It's kind of like his the ballad of the whole musical.
Wow.
And so it's pretty into everything else is kind of tongue in cheek and funny.
Yeah.
There's beautiful songs in it, but this one's like the true ballad. Yeah.
Getting down to it.
It is, I mean, there are a couple of love songs in it, certainly between Joanna and Anthony. But this is, Mike, what's really interesting about this song is Mrs. Lovett has been saving these razors. She knew Benjamin Barker before he was sent off to Australia. So she's been holding on to these, and she presents them to him. And of course, he looks at them with such love. Well, she's been in love with him.
Oh, yes.
And so it's him singing to the razors a love song and her singing to him a love song.
And that goes pretty much throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
That's a
theme.
love triangle that
Oh,
can
yeah.
really
It's a very unique one, yes.
Wow. That's painful.
Yes.
Suzi Gilbert, Michael Bulatao. Let's take a listen.
These are my friends, see how they glisten. See this one shine, how he smiles in the light. My friend, my faithful friend. Speak to me, friend, whisper, I'll listen. I know, you've been locked out of sight all these years. Like me, my friend, Well, I've come home to find you waiting. Home, and we're together, and we'll do wonders, won't we? You're there, my friend.
I'm your friend too.
Come, let
Mr.
me
Todd.
hold
If you
you.
only knew,
Now,
Mr.
with
Todd,
a sigh,
Mr. Todd,
you grow
you're
warm in my hand, my friend, my clever friend.
For you I did.
Rest now, my friend.
Never you fear, Mr.
I'll
Todd.
unfold
You can move in here, Mr.
no
Todd.
splendors you've never have dreamed all your days, my lucky friend. Till now your shine was merely silver.
Silver's good enough for me.
And you shall drip rubies, you'll soon drip precious rubies.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That was Michael Bulatao and Suzi Gilbert starring in Sweeney Todd at the Napa Valley College. That's amazing. It's kind of not what you expect when it's like professional theater, professional vocalists, well, as we know, but they are both professional.
And I will say, but across the board, there has been this charge to reach higher than we ever have. And we have this incredible